Mark Rogers TV, always talking college football. And of course, we're kind of in between a number of things with National Signing Day on February 1st, spring practice a couple weeks away from most teams. So we're keeping busy here, as you see, with the positional breakdowns and so forth. But we threw out a interesting question for a number of bloggers and broadcasters on last week's show, which was, what would you change about college football? So I've got Graham Dudley on the line from Crimson and Cream Machine covering Oklahoma athletics. And Graham, I'll set you up with these four questions. So question number one is, what would you change about the Oklahoma football team? The program doesn't have to be on the field, but the current program.
Well, I know this is a kind of a fantastical answer that maybe isn't based on a whole lot, but neither are these questions. So here we go. I think that the biggest problem for Oklahoma, which is not a problem faced by other elite schools like Texas, USC, Alabama, is its location, which obviously there's nothing Oklahoma can do about being in Oklahoma. But if there was some crazy great world we could be in where Oklahoma is suddenly this really large metropolitan area with a recruiting hotbed and a ton of guys, I think that's really the biggest thing holding Oklahoma back. Obviously, they have all the tradition, they have great facilities, and they put a great team on the field every year, but it's just so hard when you have to go other places to get all your best talent. And Oklahoma might be able to overcome those obstacles, make it back to the playoff, maybe even win a championship one of these years. But they're starting from such a disadvantage already when they have to go into Texas, into other people's recruiting territory, and get their best players. So if I could change one thing about the program, I guess I would change something about Oklahoma instead and make it a bigger place with more talent in it.
I like where you're going with that, Graham, because I was answering for a Big Ten power, and I said I would change the weather. So, yeah, I was elevating myself to deity status. So, yeah, we're going outside the box here in terms of changing the weather, or at least changing the weather on the recruiting, the official recruiting visits on those particular weekends to kind of help bring those guys up from the South.